All right. Hello. What does it resistance feel like to you? Like when um you don't feel like doing something, how do you interpret that for yourself? Do you interpret it as resistance or I'm not up to it or I don't feel like it or I want to quit. I'm sick of doing this. So, I'm talking about resistance today because I've been on this. I was playing this money game for 3 days, which was totally awesome with Leandra Foster and Joanna and Amanda Fuel. And they're turning money into this game to make it more playful. But at the same time, there's this old conditioning, old imprinting, and I feel like resistance is part of the mix there too. Why do we get resistant? Why do we resist the thing that is best for us? I am questioning this myself. So I was resisting actually doing this episode today. And why am I resisting doing something that I love to do? I don't know. And that's what I want to ask you is like, do you actually look at yourself and question why you're feeling this way? Like, what is it? Go into it a bit deeper. I'm personally a deep diver. And I feel like I'm one of these people who, when something comes up, I go into it full. I, I want to understand it from the inside out. And so I want to understand resistance. I want to understand more about my resistance, clients' resistance. Why do we have resistance? Why does resistance kill our dreams? Why does resistance feel like we're moving through mud? Why does resistance get in our way? Why is it the thing that holds us up? What is this? It's very interesting because I've listened to a lot of different people talk about resistance, and we can name it some other things like feeling stuck, um, or frustrated, or distracted, or procrastinating. And I like to understand like why am I feeling resistant? Because is there another reason? Is there another reason why? Is it connected to my intuition? Am I forcing myself to do something I don't want to do anymore? And it certainly has nothing to do with receptive radio. Like I want to do it and I want to grow it and I want it to even become bigger. I just got an email before I pressed the live button, asked someone who met me in a breakout room, a breakthrough room. Now I'm hearing that they're called breakthrough rooms, who says, I want to get on your podcast. What do I have to do? So, wow, yeah, of course. And I am creating an application just to let everybody know while I'm sidetracking to this for members to apply to get interviewed on receptive radio. Anyway, back to resistance, this feeling like I don't feel like doing it. That one. That's the resistance I want to talk about more about today. And so I'm going to tell you why it's coming up for me. I have, learned a bit about myself because I'm always deep diving myself that, I have this responsibility. I am responsible. I'm a responsible person. I always been a responsible person. And that responsibility, like that I'm responsible, sometimes gets in my way because I overdo it. I overdo it. And it actually causes me to contract and to like close off um opportunities, close off things coming to me that I want, close off people working with me, close door, create glitches in tech stuff and that kind of stuff. So, people can't get in. Like yesterday, I had a master class and the Zoom link wouldn't work. 10 people wanted to come and they couldn't get in. So that's resistance. That's some form of resistance. And for me, I'm just looking at it between, this responsibility, being over responsible. And so I've been swinging to the other side. I've just been swinging to the other side of that shadow of irresponsibility and looking at it from another angle of, well, oh well, the Zoom link didn't work. We'll doing it anyway. And oh well, I don't feel like doing it today. And studying it from the other side of myself, this resistance that comes on the other extreme of irresponsible. And I might not be making sense today, but maybe I am. So for me, extremes are, something I've been living with. Like, it's you got to go full in, or I'm full out. And I want to get closer to being just enjoying the road, like being on the road, enjoying it, driving, flowing through it. And resistance seems to be opposite to that. It is not flowing. It is more like not being able to move forward when you want to. Like, the doors are open, people are at the doors, but I can't open the doors. So for me, I've just been looking into like this form of resistance gets created when I'm over responsible. So how does it get created when I'm irresponsible? And just going to the extremes of it a bit to get closer to the middle of like flow of like, well, what do I want? What do I want? And then going towards what brings me most joy and will be most fulfilling doing it. And so, what do I want? I want more time and space. I want more freedom. And resistance doesn't seem to give me freedom, it just creates more problems. And if you're over responsible, like I am, or like I can be, I can go hard into a lot of effort and productivity and using up all my time to create products, services, make things beautiful, make it look luxurious and high end and professional and all that kind of stuff. And then leave no space for anybody to get in it, is what I've seemed to have done. So I think the thing with resistance is just being aware that it's there. Like clearing resistance, you can use, rattles and feathers, and that's what I do use. And I have my coaches who help me with it. Like, I'll tell you something. Lately, I have been deep diving so much into the issue of the resistance to making money. And I have been tapping, I have been doing hypnotherapy, I have been doing my own healing work, I have been getting clearings from other coaches. I have been going deep into unraveling money patterns and the resistance around it, and the resistance around the next thing that comes up as you unravel the next thing. And if I did not have coaches or guides or other mentors helping me to do this, I would not be moving forward. I would completely 100% give up, because it is a lot of work to do on your own and to figure it out on your own. And for me, what I notice is that when I come up against resistance of like, I don't feel like doing it, or it's too scary, I'm not ready yet, I might as well just give up because everybody else is doing it. That kind of resistance is my regular resistance. Like that's where I'll default to, is like self-deprecating. Um, why bother? Everyone else is doing it. I had this idea first, but now everybody's doing it, I'll just give up. That's how that's my mode, MO. For me to unravel it, I need other people to see the blind spots that I am missing. And it has worked. It has worked. People helping me to see my blind spots has worked. It has gotten me way further than I would have been if I had tried this all on my own. And, I take more risks. Like, for example, right now, I'm taking this risk right now of just, being more open with this community about my resistance and this thing I'm practicing right now, you know, of between responsible and being irresponsible. And today I just didn't prepare too much for this episode. Every minute I felt like, oh, maybe I should just tell them I'm on vacation this week. Maybe I should just not do it. I came up with resistance every minute before 12:30 today that I thought about receptive radio. It was just one thing after another of like, oh, how do I get out of this? Why can I not do this today? And I'm here anyway. I'm doing it anyway. So, am I doing the greatest job ever? Absolutely not. Or maybe I am. Who knows? So, what's the practice for today around resistance? I've been doing a lot of tapping lately and I kind of like it. And it's, if you want to get some tapping work done, let me know and I'll send you to Leandra. She's amazing. But she's taught me that you can do some tapping on your own. And there's tons of books out there about tapping. And tapping calms the nervous system. So if you see right now, this is like my karate chop part of my hand here. Don't ask, I don't know all the science behind it, and don't quote me on what I'm teaching you right now. But the effects of tapping calm the nervous system. And when you're tapping, you're saying the things that all that negative self-talk that you've been saying to yourself anyway while you're tapping. So you're wondering, what is this doing? Why am I tapping on? I'm not good enough. It'll never happen. It's not worth it. I might as well give up. Like, why would I tap those negative words in? Because that's the exact same thing. That's the exact thing right now that is creating the resistance. And it is interrupting my nervous system. And so by tapping on that, there is space that is getting created. There is movement that is being activated on the resistance. And I'm not the expert here, and I'm not teaching you tapping. I'm just showing you something that I learned from one of my coaches, and I'm passing along to you. And you can try it out and learn more about it from some, a book, or Google it. But it has worked. It has opened up space for me. So how I've been learning it is like you're tapping on the negative information, the things that you want to unravel. And then you can move into the positive. So for people who, it might be hard for some of you, is what I'm saying. So let's just do a round of tapping and around things that cause resistance for us, thought forms that cause resistance for us. So I'm not good enough. This is never going to happen. I'm never going to make the money that I need to make an impact in the world. I'm not good enough and I'm not ready yet. Why would somebody want to work with me? Every time I make an offer, I fall short. Even though I think it's affordable, everyone else thinks it's expensive. I'm not ready. I'm not good enough. Who am I to tell other people how to transform their lives? So, that's strong words there. But it's actually opening up space inside of me. Like I'm feeling better. So let's do a little bit more if you want. Oh, why do I feel resistant? Why do I feel like I don't want to do what I love anymore? Why do I feel like I've put so much effort in and nothing is happening? And should I keep going? Why am I questioning myself? It's so hard. I'm struggling. I'm struggling starting a new business. I'm struggling with money. I'm struggling with time. I'm struggling with space. I'm struggling with getting all of my projects done. I'm struggling with overwhelm. I'm struggling with in disappointment. I'm disappointing myself by not winning and succeeding like I think I should be. Okay, my arm's actually getting sore from tapping. Okay, so some movement there. Now let's tap on some positive things on the way in. So if you've felt some movement, you take a deep breath, take a sip of water. Let's tap in some of what we want. I am amazing at what I do. I really do help people. I'm really good with money. I have a degree in finance. I'm an accountant. I know how to manage money and I know how to manifest money. I am a cash flow wizard. I've helped so many people make lots of money and I can do it for myself. I love doing healing work and I love the transformation that my clients experience when they work with me. I love speaking on Receptive Radio for 20 minutes every week. And I love interviewing guests and helping them to share more about what they do. I love cheering and championing on my clients in their goals and their success. And I love to see them win, achieve, accomplish, transform, and excel beyond what they could imagine for themselves. And I love to experience that type of win for me. When my clients win, I win. When I win, my clients win. So that was tapping. And if you're interested about meeting Leandra, I will definitely send me a DM. And this week, if any of that like triggered anything in you, or if you related to what I'm talking about, I would love to get on a connection call with you so we could just follow up after this episode to see, what's going on with your resistance or are you not having any resistance and you're having some major wins and would love to share it with me? And yeah, so in the link in the chat, I will put a link to book a 30-minute follow-up call with me so we can talk more about resistance, making money, doing your purpose work, and being powerful at it. So have a great day.